welcome to We Can Gist with Rachel Langs. And I am that Rachel Langs, and I have with me here Daddy. Can I meet you?
Yes, I am Captain Jeffers Titus Samson, retired. I am with the Gospel House.
Okay. Alright, so today we are going to talk about parenting dilemma. Yes, parenting sometimes could be very hard and could be easy to other parents. And so this hardship of parenting have left other parents with no choice than to be hard and harsh on their children. And so we are going to talk about it today. He is a parent and he's going to tell us more about it. So, all right, we are going to move forward and ahead we move. All right, so here is the number one question.
Okay.
Yes, Daddy, discipline versus abuse. Where do you draw a line between strict disciplines and emotional or physical abuse?
Okay. Discipline generally tends to correction, but when it goes beyond correction, it's now tending towards abuse.
Okay.
And every discipline should be towards correction. Anything beyond that is abuse.
Okay. So should your child is not responding to your corrections?
Well, actually, my background as a Christian, you don't have the whole power to control a child.
Okay.
You know that children are gifts from God, and when a child is getting beyond control, you go back to God. There's nothing you can do without involving God. And as it is God that gives you that child, and you should be able to go back to Him to say, my God, my Father, you are the one that have given me this child. Help me discipline him or her to the standard you want. So with God, all things are possible.
Okay. Alright, so when the child is kind of tough and stubborn, you just hand the child to God to do his own part.
But that doesn't mean you as a parent you should not play your role. You must play your role as a father, play your role as a mother, and anytime a child is getting out of hand, yes. But if you say you're a Christian and you overlook everything, then it may tend towards a different thing. First of all, you must have love for that child.
Okay.
Looking at the future of the child and knowing that you are building his or her own future.
Okay.
So that him or her can become the kind of person you expect him to be and what the society is expecting that child to become.
Okay, now, so, example, there is this woman who have a child, but unfortunately, the husband died and leave her with just one boy. And so the boy now grew up to become a tout in the area. And so she tried all she could, taking him from one prayer house to another praying, and of course with her physical discipline and whatsoever, and nothing is changing. And so this child now went and stole someone's property. And so she said she have nothing to do with this child anymore, so they should take any decision they feel it's okay. If it means sending him to prison or whatsoever, they should have given them the permission. So do you think the mother did right?
Well, from the basic, as a child is growing up, a parent is expected to watch that child.
Okay.
Tendencies are not developed overnight. It is when you are not observant, it's when you are not monitoring a child, then the child will grow wild and beyond control.
Okay.
Every misbehavior, if a parent is careful, can be able to see it when it is beginning, when it is starting. And when you can be able to observe these things when it is at at the beginning stage, you can be able to control it. But if you don't monitor a child and it goes up to the extent that a child has become wild, it means when that child is developing a different character, it's either you are not observant or you are careless. So as a single parent, since the father, or rather let me say the husband, died, maybe she's too careful, or rather she doesn't care about that child's welfare. Maybe she's only caring about herself, not minding whatsoever is happening to that child. If not, just like I said, God has given us children. God cannot give you something that they cannot control. Anything God has given you, He knows that you can be able to control that thing. So every gift from God, it is sure that you can be able to control it. It is when we are careless that things get out of hand.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. So we move to number 2, generation gap.
Okay.
Generation gap. Okay, the way you were brought up, then before, it's not the same way. Children of nowadays are being trained. Yeah, so there is a lot of gap. And so do you think the style your parents used in bringing you up, is it rooted is it rooted, or does it prepare you for a modern society, or rooted you to outdated traditional way of bringing up your children?
Well, the way I was brought up, yes, there are some areas that are really archaic to the present society, and is the percentage is a little bit low. Let me say it's about maybe 20-30% at most. But the way I was brought up is the right way that a parent is supposed to bring up their children. I was brought up in a strict manner, just like I said. There are other areas that are kind of not supposed to be. Let's say, like, when I was growing up, one of the bad sides that I think our parents adopted us to was to be timid.
Okay.
I was trained to be timid, of which is not good for a child to be timid.
Yeah.
A parent is supposed to make the child not to be timid at all. The child should be able to express himself, express herself, in whatsoever circumstance he or she finds himself or herself. And a child is supposed to be bold enough. But while I was growing up, my parents, or rather the society then, where I belong, were seeing a child that is bold. They were seeing that child to be a kind of a stubborn child, and at the same time, a child that is indisciplined. So that's the way, that's just the bad side of it. Now the good side of it is that during our time, discipline was a general thing. If you misbehave, it is not only when your parents are present. Then anybody can discipline you, beat you up, and correct you, even without your parents being there.
Yeah.
But these days it's not like that. If you correct somebody's child, by the time that the parents come back, it becomes a case, it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
Of which it is making children to misbehave these days, not to have respect for any other person except their own biological parents, which is very wrong. So then the society was a disciplined society. You know what you are not supposed to do, and you know what you're supposed to do. Any other elder, where you are, if you misbehave, that elder has the right to discipline you. That was the society we belongs to. But you see, these days it's not like that.
Yeah.
You cannot discipline anybody's child and go free.
Of course.
In fact, sometimes they may sue you to court.
Yeah.
And they caught the jury for that. But then it wasn't so. Yes.
All right, so we move to the next question. sex education.
Okay.
So, which of the parents do you think is best to educate their teenage child in sex, or it should be father to son or mother to daughter, or the mother can actually talk to the son and father can actually talk to the daughter?
Both.
Okay.
The fact is that if children can receive sex education from their parents, biological parents, it's go deeper and they have a better understanding than when an outsider teaches them. If that sex education comes from, let's say, a father to a son, that son takes it to heart rather than from somebody else.
Yeah.
It will look as if it's a societal teaching. But when it's from the parents, he knows that this one is from my father, and this is my father's instruction, or this is my father educating me about how to handle sex. So sex education should come from the parents, both parents, and it even gives them a sense of belonging, or to kind of focus on what to do when they are getting married or when they are into relationship. Because if a father instructs a son that this is how girls behave and this is what girls are expecting from a boy, or when a boy touches a girl, this is the mindset of the boy.
Okay.
So that boy will know, and particularly girls too. If an instruction comes from a father to a daughter takes it to heart. It sinks deeper and more rooted than either in class or within their peers when they are receiving such education. So it is very good for parents to educate their children about sex.
Okay. All right. So, independence and control. Should teenagers have the freedom to make their choices, even if they go against the family expectation?
Well, family expectations. Well, I think every child should be given the freedom of making their choice. It's only when those choices are wrong choices, the parents should now guide the child.
Okay.
Like, let's say, there was a situation in one of my, can I say, friends. The area we grew up. He wasn't a friend anyway, but we were of the age mates, same age mates.
Okay.
He grew up. He wanted to be a footballer, but the parents insisted that he should go and should study medicine. So he was forced against his will, but he went and studied medicine. After getting the degree, he came back and said, "Father, you say this is the certificate you want.
Yeah.
So this is your certificate. Let me now go and pursue whatever." Because that time he was already an adult.
Okay.
He wasn't that teenager that is under, the parents' guidance anymore. So children should be able to be given the opportunity to make their choice in life, and parents are supposed to guide. And if a child is I think children should be given that choice of making their own career, choosing their own career. It's very important because it gives them leverage, that freedom of, because that is what they want. But if you force a child against what he doesn't want, he may even become a failure in life. Yes, but if it is that which he wants, you can see that child excelling in life.
That's true. Forcing the child to do what he or she doesn't want.
Yes.
All right, so morality. How do you handle a teenager who begins to question or reject traditional values?
Well, traditional values. Generally, there are, like where I come from, there are some traditional values that are not a kind of good or relevant. But generally, when you say tradition, sometimes it goes back to our way of worship, our way of handling things, our way of doing things. So there are some traditional values that are even against our religious belief, of which if a child is going against it, you can't blame him. So we need to kind of balance it in such a way that the traditional value should be those ones that are deterrent to our own society or deterrent to the present, how can I say, present societal values.
Okay.
So if today you said, because like there are some of the traditions that say there are some clans, let me just put it that way, that we say they are taboo to be married to, of which from the other clan you cannot intermarry. You see, and if children grow up to love themselves and they are from that kind of, what do? Do you say because
From here.
you are from this side and you are from this, you cannot marry? It becomes injurious.
Yeah.
Yes. Just like I said, there are examples of those things which we have seen and it's not good. Like there's a lady that was supposed to marry from the other side. So they stopped her from marrying up to today. I think that lady is about 40 or 40 something years now.
Wow.
She refused to marry because they stopped him from marrying the person she loved. So you can see such values are not kind of too good. It's not healthy for us.
Yeah.
But basically, there are good traditions
Okay.
that we need to value very well. Like a child, if you are coming out, walking on the street, the traditional values is that if you see an elder, you're supposed to greet that elder. If you see an elder, particularly those who are within your neighborhood, if they are coming in with, let's say, load your luggage in their hands, you're supposed to run, help, and assist them. And then there's some small errands like that within the neighborhood, which they are very, very good because it builds you up and it makes you to be very relevant within the society, of which when that child is growing up, you find out that then hardly will you know a child's family because we are just interwoven and we assist each other within our neighborhood. So like if, let's say, strangers come in town, it will take a while before they distinguish which family you are from, due to the way we interrelate, due to the way we help each other, and the way we kind of give respect to elders within the society. So these values are very, very good. Unlike now that children walk past you without saying anything, they walk past you. So those values are very good. By the time you see an elder, you greet. Not even an elder. By the time you are passing people by the roadside, it's expected of you to greet. Because you don't know what may happen the next step. Supposing you pass some group of people you walk past, and later maybe one small accident occur to you, they may even be careless because you didn't value them. But by the time you value them, anything that happens to you, they run to your rescue. Simple things like that. So these are good traditional values which the present society is supposed to uphold and encourage.
Yeah. All right. So I was told of a story of a tradition gone by. Yeah, that when an elder is sitting on a chair, even there are vacant chair, a teenager or a child cannot sit on that chair simply because an elder is sitting on a chair. You have to sit on the ground. So now that it's not happening like that, do you think the children of this generation are rude or disrespectful? Or this is just, how would I put it, civilization?
Well, you can call it civilization, you can call it what. But the fact is that, depending on how you view it, let's say like you enter the palace of your village head.
Okay.
All traditions expect that you remove your shoes as you are coming in. And as you come in, right from the entrance, you bow and greet your village head.
Yeah.
So when he's seated, if you are even coming near, you are like either on your knees or really or bowing down. Is nothing but to show respect.
Respect. Okay.
Yes. So if you are seeing it from that angle, it is good.
Okay.
But if you are seeing from the angle of maybe relegating people down or people are not up to your caliber, that becomes a different thing. So we need to differentiate, or rather, yes, we need to differentiate that to know that this one is giving respect. And the other one is maybe you are feeling big, that this one is not up to your class and so you should sit at a lower pace or to sit on the ground. So these are the difference we need to make. But once you are honoring, and it is a kind of a honor, it is good that the society grows up to give honor to whom honor is due.
Yeah.
Because even the word of God says that. But if an elder is seated, and you come and sit with that elder, without the elder asking you to sit, it's a kind of a disrespect.
Okay.
Yes, so we should uphold it. It is good. Just like let me talk about my background.
Okay.
Within the military. Anyone who is a senior, as you come in, you are greeting him. He must answer your greetings first, before any other thing. If you greet him, he doesn't answer. You don't do anything until he answers you. And when he answers you, he will direct you either to sit or to stand until he's done with whatever assignment you are called for. So it is nothing out of place, but a kind of a honor and a discipline in that respect. So the society is better off when there is discipline and honor. But if a child should come and play, there's a, I don't know how to really differentiate it, but there's a difference between a child playing around you, sitting on your lap, you playing with that child, than a child, coming to sit where you're supposed to sit, or just like in a family. Yeah. Like while I was growing up, our parents were trying to make a difference, like bringing a child closer. Because then, when a child enters a room and see elder seated, that child goes back until when he or she is asked to come in. Okay. So there was this, can I say, difference or either relegating the children to the background, and so the parents were trying to correct that, but they couldn't differentiate that one with the honor or respect that the child is supposed to give to elders or to parents. So I think this is where the balance is not too clear. Okay. On, let's say, a family. A family should play around. A family should feel like a family. Like if my child should enter here, my child can even come and sit on my lap, even as old as they are, can play together. But then, in our time, it wasn't allowed. It was seen as a disrespect. Okay? It was seen as a disrespect. So now, if my child should come in and I ask her or him to sit by the side, The child will look at it, Daddy, you're asking me to sit where? So my child would like to sit where I'm seated. But aside of that, if you can be able to really know the difference, like if my child should go to another family, surely he cannot go and sit down on their chair and do it anyhow.
Yeah.
You must give that respect and that honor until when he or she has become familiar with them, or they ask her to be doing what they are doing. Because that's when you know that this one is a visitor, this one is
a member of the
family.
Yeah.
Yes. So that respect should be there.
Okay. Okay. All right, thank you. All right, we're going on a very short break, and when we return, the program will continue. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Alright, welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Weekend Gist with Rachel Langs on Husky TV. Alright, and we are talking about parenting dilemma. Yes, we've gone far, but not really that far. You can actually catch up with us. And so, the next question is gender roles and equality.
Okay.
Between your children. Yeah. So do you raise your son and daughter with the same expectation, or you believe in traditional gender role? Like a man cannot go to the kitchen, a man cannot cook, a man cannot sweep, he cannot wash plate, but he can provide food, he can go to farm. And then ladies can only be at the kitchen, sweeping, washing plate, and should we still go to the farm?
I think these are just that kind of difference belongs to only people that are rich, let me put it that way, rich and well-to-do. While they say the kitchen belongs to women, and then the other roles belongs to men. As raw as we were while I was growing up, I was even performing better than my younger sister. Yes. While we were growing up, we go to Mota, that is, there is this guinea corn, the red guinea corn. Those days, if you want to cook it, you remove that red peel. And for you to be able to do it, you have to go to the mortar. Yes, you pound it.
Wow.
Pound it to that extent that the red peel is separated, leaving the white
seed,
the white grain, which you take it to the engine or you take it to the grinder to grind it and become white.
Alright, so thank you very much. We have come to the end of this beautiful program. And do well to join us next week, the same time, the same station, Husky TV. And I am Rachel Langs, and he is
Captain Kepas Titus Samsu, retired.
Alright.
Thank you.
Alright, so we say goodbye from here. Stay tuned to our subsequent programs. Don't go anywhere. Enjoy.